Well, I never thought I'd be saying to you that I've got Frank Sinatra on the other end of this line, but viewers of Starstruck will know exactly what I mean, because the fabulous singer Andrew Bourne, who's no stranger, I might say, to St Neots, and we'll talk about that, is on the other end of this line this morning. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Andy. How are you?
I'm absolutely fine, thank you very much indeed. First things first, congratulations on your Frank Sinatra appearance on Starstruck.
Oh, thank you.
Very
thank
recently.
You. It's been a whirlwind weekend.
I'll bet it has. I'll bet. These shows, they're fun to watch, but they can't do an artist any harm as long as you do well on the show.
Well, it was a bit of a risk, really. A few people were saying to me, why are you going on it? Why are you doing it? Because I do have a bit of a name, and my wife in particular said, oh, why are you doing this? It might not go the way you want it. And it might not have done. And having watched it at the weekend, I'm really glad that, I did win the episode, because it was nice to be able to sing again, and being able to sing on my own in the final is really special, which is that comes out on April the 8th.
Right. I presume, and I mustn't ask you any questions, but I presume that's already recorded.
It's all in the bag, as they say.
We're not allowed to talk about that, so that's fair enough. But of course, this was not by any way your first appearance on telly. You've done quite a bit of telly, kicking off in 2014, as far as I can remember anyway, with Britain's Got Talent, when you were a member of Jack Pack.
Yeah, so it's a few years ago now. We got together and formed a man band, so to speak, with the four of us, with a view of it being like a swing version of Il Divo, classy big band sound. And Simon Cowell loved it. We came forward for the show. He signed us. We had one top 10 album out, and it was incredible. It was such a new, unique experience. Scary at times, a massive roller coaster.
I can imagine. Your album did well.
Yeah. We've got a number 8 album in the UK, which is
pretty good.
Which is really impressive.
Was the group put together especially for that appearance on Britain's Got Talent? Is that?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I was working full time for my dad at the time, fixing ovens and working in commercial kitchens. Yeah, so it was new for me, and that moment when we had to make a call on how serious do we want to be with this. Do we want to do this forever? If we do, we need to leave our jobs, we need to knuckle down, and we need to commit to it. And we did that, which was scary, having bills to pay and kids to feed. So, but it worked out. It was a risk that really, really paid off. It was awesome.
You mentioned the risk there, because you've got, is it 2 or 3 children yourself? And so
3 children, yeah.
Just to even consider going out now on your own, you must have sat and thought about it for a while, let's put it that way.
Yeah, the thing is, right, what happened with Jack Pack, COVID obviously wiped out our diary, and for a previous few years I was frustrated, shall we say, that I just wanted to perform more, just wanted to be out gigging more and be on stage and be in front of people, and COVID came along, wiped our diary out. I was very fortunate. I set up a successful handyman business doing all kinds of different jobs. I'm currently doing fitting a bathroom at the moment, so I do all sorts, and post-COVID gave me a chance to reflect and go, is this what I want? Do I want to get back into that kind of cycle? Or is this a good time to make a move? And I felt like having the financial backup of the other business just gave me that moment to take the risk, because, I would always put my family first, regardless. And I know a lot of parents out there listening will understand that, regardless of my dream or whatever, it's about them. And having that other business just gave me the opportunity to go, do you know what, I can do it. If it doesn't work, I've got that as a backup. If it does work, so be it. And it did work. I've been really fortunate. I've got a great diary.
You certainly have. I've just looked on your website, and your diary is absolutely packed, including one very special date for us, which we'll talk about in a moment or two, because you're bringing your Sinatra and Swing show to us. Now, putting that together, that must have, to me it would have been a headache, probably not to you, but even being a fan of Sinatra, his back catalogue was so huge. What on earth do you put in and what do you leave out?
It's really difficult. As you say, there's so many songs to choose from and so many different arrangements. Do we go for the Nelson Riddle arrangement? Do I look at the Ella Fitzgerald arrangement? But I never see that as a problem. I see that as a real loving chore. It's just something that I take great pleasure in going, right, do you know what, I'm going to try that. And with the show in St Neots, I've got a great 7-piece band, so I'm unlimited in what I do, really. Like 7-piece for me was at minimum. I've got 4 great horn players, and it's the brass, it's the live brass that I wanted. Yeah. So I'm able to do songs like I've Got You Under My Skin, where there's a big thumping trombone solo, and it was limitless, really, to